I have chosen as the title of my message this morning, "They Should Proclaim These Things Unto the World." In 1862, Brigham Young said, "Every discovery in science and art that is really true and useful to mankind has been given by direct revelation from God, though but few acknowledge it. It has been given with a view to prepare the way for the ultimate triumph of truth and the redemption of the earth from the power of sin and Satan. We should take advantage of all these great discoveries." Brothers and sisters, please now listen carefully to the voice of President Spencer W. Kimball, recorded in 1974, as he described the future of missionary work.
I believe that the Lord is anxious to put into our hands inventions of which we laymen have hardly a glimpse. With the Lord providing miracles of communication, and with the increased efforts and devotion of our missionaries, and all of us, and all others who are sent, surely the divine injunction will come to pass. For verily the sound must go forth from this place unto all the world, and to the uttermost parts of the earth. The gospel must be preached to every creature.
The stunning advancements during our lifetime in transportation, communication, and information technologies make all of us witnesses to the ongoing fulfillment of these prophetic pronouncements. For such a time as this, we have been called and set apart. And using these inspired tools, we should proclaim these things unto the world, even the restored gospel of Jesus Christ.
When I was a young missionary, we were able to speak with contacts on the street, knock on doors to share the gospel. The world has changed since that time. Now many people are involved in the busyness of their lives. They hurry here and there, and they are often less willing to allow complete strangers to enter their homes, uninvited, to share a message of the restored gospel. The very nature of missionary work, therefore, must change if the Lord is to accomplish his work of gathering Israel from the four corners of the earth. We invite the young and the old, the adults, the young adults, the youth, and the children everywhere to join with us in this exciting new work to become Facebook friends with and in addition to the missionaries in your area and on your own computers, and share their gospel message online and become involved in missionary work themselves.
Asking in faith requires honesty, effort, commitment, and persistence. Let me provide an illustration of what I mean and extend to you an invitation. We properly pray for the safety and success of the full-time missionaries throughout the world. And a common element in many of our prayers is a request that the missionaries will be led to individuals and families who are prepared to receive the message of the restoration. But brothers and sisters, ultimately, it is my responsibility and your responsibility to find people for the missionaries to teach. Missionaries are full-time teachers. You and I are full-time finders. And you and I, as lifelong missionaries, should not be praying for the full-time missionaries to do our work. If you and I would truly pray and ask in faith, as did Joseph Smith, if we would pray with the expectation to act and not just to express, then the work of proclaiming the gospel would move forward in a remarkable way. Brothers and sisters, I testify that prayer becomes meaningful as we ask in faith and act. I invite all of us to pray in faith about our divinely given mandate to proclaim the gospel. As we do so, I promise doors will open and we will be blessed to recognize and act upon the opportunities that will be provided. Now, I suspect some of you at this point may be asking what my descriptions of this latter-day dispensation and of technological innovations have to do with teaching repentance, both for missionaries and for investigators. My answer is quite simple. Technology provides a multitude of powerful channels through which we can proclaim Jesus Christ and Him crucified and preach repentance unto the people. Presidents and sisters, please do not fear technology. Please do not take counsel from your fears. Embrace these inspired tools. Learn to use them to proclaim the gospel. In 1966, President David O. McKay prophesied scientific discoveries that stagger the imagination would make possible the preaching of the gospel to every kindred, tongue, and people. And further,
discoveries latent with such potent power, either for the blessing or the destruction of human nature, human beings, as to make man's responsibility in controlling them the most gigantic ever placed in human hands. But this age is fraught with limitless perils, as well as with untold possibilities.
I personally believe that we live in the days foretold by President David O. McKay and President Spencer W. Kimball. I promise you will have help from Him whose church this is in this eternally important work of salvation. My beloved presidents and sisters, I testify we live and serve in the greatest season of the Lord's restored church. I bear my apostolic witness of the living reality of God the Eternal Father and of His beloved Son, Jesus the Christ, His only begotten and living Son.